All right. Um, as you can see, we got the predictions videos out right now, but there's no way I'm going to finish the prediction videos like team for team. So I'm gonna do them all in this episode right here, all the ones that I haven't done. I'm gonna try to make this video as quick as possible, but we're gonna have fun with it. We're just gonna have some fun and try to predict what the NFL teams are gonna do in the future. College football comes out on the 7th, so there's just no way I'm gonna be able to, like get it done. There's just no way. But what we are gonna do, we are gonna make some predictions. We're gonna guess the record that they're gonna have, and we're also going to we're going to see how far they might get in the playoffs. Okay, but keep in mind the playoffs is 8 teams, so give me a little bit of leeway to make some mistakes here because a lot of teams can go. Okay, we're going to alphabetical order according to FoxSports.com. Let's go ahead and get it in. No further ado. Got the Arizona Cardinals up to bat first. Tricky team here, very tricky team. This is a team that could. I don't know about winning the Super Bowl, but they got some really good pieces, man. They got some really good pieces. I'll say this team goes about 10-7. They're a year better as long as their quarterback can get no injuries and just act like he got some sense. I say the Arizona Cardinals go 10-7. I say they make the playoffs, probably a first round exit playoffs. Atlanta Falcons. This is another one of those middle of the pack teams that are hard to judge, hard to rate. They're one of those type of teams, and it's like man, they want they got good pieces. They got Bijan, they got Drake. I don't know about Michael Penix. I'm not 100% sold on him. I'm really not 100% sold on him. So I think he's decent. Don't get me wrong, but let's see how he does with a whole year under his belt. And then get back to me. I'll say this team goes. Oh wow! I'll say they'll go 9-8, probably a first round playoff exit. Next team, Baltimore Ravens, a really good team. I got this team probably going something like 13-4. They're just that good, and I got them going deep in the playoffs. At their apex, they could win the Super Bowl. We know that. This is one of those teams that could win the Super Bowl. But will they win it, though? I'm going to say no for now. I could be wrong on that. I'm going to say no for now. Next up, Buffalo Bills, another team that's really good. I do think they are lacking a little bit in wide receiver, but that quarterback, man, whew. That boy Josh Allen, man, he more than well makes up for it. So it's like, it's one of those things. He can get you 10 wins by itself. So I'll say this team goes something like 12-5, 11-6, one of those two. Get deep in the playoffs, and I don't think they go to the Super Bowl. I think they miss it again. High chance though. This is like a tier 1 team though. This is a team that can, because Josh Allen is so good, they could win it, but I don't think they're going to. Carolina Panthers. Wow, this is like a lower tier team to me, a trickier team because they got the boy Young looked kind of good. He looked kind of good toward the end. Is that going to translate into next season, into this season? I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm going to say this team goes 7-10. Okay, I would say the team goes 7-10 and don't make the playoffs. Chicago Bears. Whoo! I think I already rated this one, so I'm gonna do this one all the Bengals. Bears are a little harder to rate. I think they're going to be a little bit better than what people think, but we already did them. We did the Bengals, so we don't got to do those two. Let's scroll down some more. We got the Cleveland Browns next. I don't know what to think of this team. This team is like I don't know. I got a feeling this is gonna be a bad year for them. I got a feeling, man. I got a feeling it's gonna be a bad year for them. I'm gonna say 5-12, man. 5-12. Unless Joe Flacco does so amazing, You know, unless he goes Amazing Grace. I got this team going 5-12 and definitely not making the playoffs. We already did Cowboys, Broncos, and next. Another tricky one. Another tricky team with some good pieces. I still feel like they're not quite there though. I'm gonna say 7-10 don't make the playoffs. Detroit Lions, one of the tier 1 teams. I'm curious to see what their new offensive coordinator is going to do with this team. But I think at their worst they can go 11-6 and make the playoffs. Have a deep run, but don't win it. I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl. Maybe go, but I don't think they're going to win. Green Bay Packers, another team that's low key a tier 1 team. This team is like low key better than what they play sometimes. So they got all the pieces offensively. I'm not sure how their defense is like, but I know offensively they pretty much got everything you sort of need. They got the new receiver, Matthew Golden. I believe that's his name. I heard he's a speedster. This team is tricky. This team is very tricky to a degree. I think this team. I really think this team is like a 12-5 team. I think this is that type of team. I think they make the playoffs, but they don't. I don't know what they're missing. I don't know. It's like a sort of a Where's Waldo team. But I say 12-5. They go deep into the playoffs. Houston Texans. Oh my goodness, it's another tough one. Houston Texans. I say Houston Texans go 9-8, barely make the playoffs, probably first round exit. Scroll down some more. Colts, I say they go about 6-11, don't make the playoffs. Jaguars, probably like 7-9, don't make the playoffs. Chiefs, they make the playoffs definitely. They do it every year. They're a good team. I say they go. I say somehow they do it again. They go 12-5, and I got a feeling they get Ray Rice back. I got a feeling they're gonna find some way. They could have gotten figured out though, but as of right now, I got the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I just don't. It's just a gut feeling. So I got them in the Super Bowl, and I got them losing to my team 49ers for now. But we'll see how it goes. Raiders, they're like what? I say they'd be about 6 wins, no playoffs. Chargers, I think the Chargers are pretty good. I think they made the playoffs. I think they go like 11, either 7-10 or 11-6, and they make the playoffs. They're a pretty good team. Rams, let's see. Rams, I got them. Oh wow, they're a tricky team. Let's scroll down a little bit more. This is another tricky team here, man. Cause they got potential. Like they can be good, I'll say the Rams go. I say they go 9-8 and find some way to get into the playoffs. Dolphins, another team that's hard to subscribe to. I'm gonna go 7-10. I don't know what's going on over there, and I say they don't make it. Vikings, I don't think they're gonna make it this year. They had a good run last year. They really had a good run. I just don't think they're gonna make it this year. Not the playoffs. I say they go something like 8-9, but don't make it. Patriots, I still think they need some work done. I think they got a couple pieces that they made a couple moves. They got a couple things going on. I say they go about 6-11 and don't make the playoffs. Saints, I don't know what's going on over there, man. Saints might get 3. I got them going 3-14. They might get 3 wins this year. Giants, I said Giants got some potential though. I mean, they got Russ over there now. Russ, I think Russ can give them at least 6 wins. Russ still Russ a little bit, you know what I mean? I say he get them 6 wins, so they go 6-11, no playoffs. Jets. Oh boy. How do you even rate this team? Like I don't even know how you even rate this team. The Jets, they got Fields though. They do got Fields in the house. I'm going to say I'm going to say the Jets go 7-10, don't make the playoffs. I feel like somehow they can get 7-10. Philadelphia Eagles, we're going to scroll down a little more. Okay, we're almost done, actually. Philadelphia Eagles. I think they're going to go deep in the playoffs again. I think they're going to be... I do think Barkley's going to take a regression. I don't think he's going to do what he did last year. But I like the Eagles. I like their defense. I halfway had them going to the Super Bowl again, but it's so hard to go back. And I'm banking on the odds there. So I think my team is going to find a way to sneak past them somehow. But I got the Eagles, man, going like, 13-4, maybe 12-5, one of those two. Make the playoffs, deep playoff run. I think they lose in the conference to us. Steelers, another tough one to call. Steelers, man. Who they got quarterback? And again, I forget what they got at the quarterback. I think it'll be Aaron Rodgers. But the Steelers are always tough. That's why they're one of those teams, every time you count them out, man, they find a way to squeeze into the playoffs or something. And then I'll say they do it again 9-8. They find some way to squeeze in there and lose like the first round. 49ers, like I already said, we're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to win it. I don't know. I think it's going to be us and Chiefs for now. That's my guess for now. Seattle Seahawks, 7-10 team. I know they got the bull, but I still got them 7-10. Tampa Bay, I got them going to the playoffs again. I think like a 10-6 team, 11-5, 10-6, something like that. No less than 10 wins. Tennessee Titans, I got them going like 5-12. They're just not there yet. I don't know who their quarterback is. They got all kinds of stuff going on there. I don't know. They got like a weird jumbo going on over there. Gumbo. I'm not sure what's going on over there. Commanders, I like the Commanders, man. I think the Commanders got a good chance to win the Super Bowl too. I'm really curious to see how they do this year. I really am curious to see how they do. But I got them going like 12-5, man. I think the boy Jaden Daniels is like almost unstoppable. I think when he's in his zone, I just don't think many defenses can stop him really. So I'm gonna go 12-5, flirting with 13-4, deep playoff run. Probably lose the game before the conference finals, probably to the Eagles or something. Hopefully you guys enjoyed.